All right, so this week is about the 4 measures of central tendency, and today is about the mean. Today you are going to most definitely need a calculator, so please make sure that you have one. Now the mean has another name, right? That's the word we're working on today, and that name is the average. Okay, you guys have heard this before, right? You see it in school, right? You got the grade point average. So how do we find the mean? Well, first, we add all the data points, which are the numbers that are given to us. Okay, that's what a data point is. Then we divide this total number by the number of data points, so how many numbers we have. Now, pretty much what this looks like is we take the total and we divide it by the number of numbers, okay? Or we can write it as the total divided by number of numbers, okay? Now, what we are going to do is we are going to give our answers in 2 decimal places. And for those of you who don't remember rounding, what you're going to do is I'm going to little love note on the side of this first example. So when you round with the third decimal, if that third number in the decimal is 4 or less, you take a rest, which means you keep your second number. It does not change. If your third decimal number is 5 or more, you raise up 1 more. So that means you go up by 1 for that second decimal number. And we are going to practice this if you guys don't remember decimals. So what we're going to do is we have goals in a hockey game. We are going to add all these numbers up in our calculator. Okay, so when I added all these numbers up, I get 81. And how many numbers do I have? So the total number of data points. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 numbers. And therefore, what we're going to do is we're going to, in our calculators, okay, we're going to take 81 and divide it by 15. And what we get is we get 5.4. So there's no rounding in here. It was a perfect answer of 5.4. All right. So now we're going to look at our next one here. So we have the Academy Awards. So in this one, we have dots listed out for us, which is kind of weird. So right here, what we're seeing, this is saying, hey, we have one number 2. This is the number 3, right? Because between 2 and 3, or 2 and 4 is 3. We have 1, 2, 3 4s. This is 5, and we got 2 5s. This is 6, we got 1 6. This is 7, so we got 3 7s, and so on and so forth. So why don't you guys go ahead on your calculator and total up your answer? I'm not going to do the math anymore for this. And hopefully we got 103. Now I'm going to count how many data points that we have. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 data points. So in our calculators, we're going to take 103 and divide it by 16. So let's see what we get. I don't know why I got rid of that calculator. So 103 divided by 16. Okay, so we get 6.437, and that's the third decimal number. Now see how this is a 7. So in our information, 5 or more, we go up 1. So that means because this is a 7, that's 5 or more, our 3 goes up so that we get a final answer of 6.44. So that's how it gets rounded, okay? So our final answer is, our mean is 6.44. All right. In our next answer here, we are going to total up this list of numbers. So that's kind of nice. and go ahead and type that into the calculator. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me like 6 times to make sure I got the right answer. I always double check when I add my numbers up, right? I add them up twice to make sure I get the same answer both times so I didn't miss anything. And for this one, I got 546. So hopefully you get that too. And this time we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 546 and divide it by 17 and then see how we get 32.117. So I don't care about the rest of the decimals. I care about that third one. Well, this third one is greater than 5, so that means that 1 in front of it goes up to a 2 for when I round. Okay? All right, here, example 4, flip into the back side here. We're going to add up these numbers again. So this time we have 2 3s, we have 2 4s, we got 3 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got 3 5s, Miss Rawolf. See, this is why you got to check. Then we have 1 6, a 7, and 8, no 9s, a 10, an 11, a 12, and adding 2 18s, we get 119. Okay, that's how I got that. So 2 3s, 2 4s, okay? So now what I'm going to do is count how many data points we have. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got 15 data points. So that means I'm going to take 119, okay, and divide it by that 15. Divided by 15. And this one we get 7.933, blah, 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 blah. We only care up to that third decimal. Now see how this 3 is 4 or less. So let me scroll back to that part of the notes. It's 4 or less, so we take a rest, which means we keep that second number. Okay, so where are we at? Here we are. So that means this number stays. So we stay at 7.93. We don't go up because that third number is a 3. Therefore, it's 4 or less, so we do not have to round up. Okay, rounding's maybe probably going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. All right, so this time we got some big old giant numbers here, and I'm going to total them up for you right away. Hopefully you get the same one. I checked 3 times for this one. We should get 663,195. And there are 15 numbers in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 663,195 divided by 15. And I'm going to type that in my calculator here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Divided by 15. And this one's a nice number. See how there's no decimals here? That is just beautiful, gorgeous. So I'm just going to write that whole thing, correctly out. 4213. So our mean or our average number for all of these numbers is 44,213. All right, the last one here is called a frequency table. I personally love frequency tables. And hopefully you guys know what frequency means, but if not, frequency means how many of each number we have. Okay, so this is games per World Series, if you guys watch baseball. So in this first line here, the frequency is 3, so that means we have 3 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. Good gravy. In the next one here, it says 5 games with a frequency of 4. So that means we have 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the next one here, our game is 6, and there's 2 of them. So that means we have 2 6s. 1, 2. And then in the last one here, we have 7 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, you can slowly add each of these numbers up, and that is totally fine. And you can do that, how I have it written out fully at the bottom there. But what I do is I just multiply, right? If I got if I got 3 4s, good gravy, then I know that's 12. I can do some multiplication here because I'm a super nerd. In the next one, I know I have 4 5s. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. In the next one here, we have 2 6s. I keep reading it backwards. So that means I'm going to have 12. I can multiply those numbers. And then here I got a perfect square. We got 7 times 7, which is 49. So that's less numbers for me to add. So really all I have to do, and if you're following along, great. And if not, kick it old school and do what we've been doing. Add these numbers up slowly. But you should get the same thing, right? So in my calculator on the right side here, I did where I added up this section. I got 93. And then the bottom answer there is when I added up the numbers old school. And I got the same thing. So that's really, this is what I love about statistics. You guys are probably like, oh my God, this lady's crazy. So our total is 93. How many data points do we have? So another reason I like frequency tables is what I can do is I can add my frequency numbers up. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. Or you can count how we've written it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's what frequency tables are just easier for me to read personally. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take 93 and divide it by 16. And we get my eraser turned on. We get 5.812. That third number is a 2, which means it's 4 or less, so that 1 in front of it stays. It does not change when we round, okay? Rounding is probably going to be the hardest part today. All right, that's the end of this video. Your homework has 4 problems on it. Don't dilly-dally. Have a good day.